Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, and you are in my house. Thank you so kindly for sharing your awareness, your attention, and your presence with me. It is of the utmost value. In addition to sweet you, my friend, I have this glorious, familiar visitor. It also holds down the fort through various transmissions. It's, okay, pronunciation key, this is where I need assistance. Is it lapis lazuli or lapis lazuli or something totally not that? Let the people know. Phonetic pronunciation is so appreciated in the comments section. But look at that. There is in there pyrite, which is a natural part of the stone, and you can really see it. And I'm trying to also see it at the same time, so that creates a little bit of a conundrum deity. But look at that. Look at the shine and the shape. I've mentioned it before in another moment that we shared. I rescued this out of a pendant. I think it was a copper wrap. And I visually thought it was stunning. I purchased it, so rescue my arse. I bought it, okay? Bought it. But when I say rescued, I mean at some point the crystal itself was making it very clear, again, in a non-intellectual way. You gotta have some extra senses going on to pick this subtle shit up. But it was making it very clear that being in the wrap of the crystal was uncomfortable, not right, not flowing, not correct. Something was off about it. So I freed it from the wrap. And that's kind of one of our little bonds. Yep. Bonds. James Bonds. The bad humor stops now. Let's get into what we are here to do, my friend. Here to be. Here to enjoy. Which is this sacred moment. I call myself the Little Reader. What's up with that? What am I actually reading? Is it books? Actually, yes, sometimes, but that's not the point of it. Sometimes we're reading cards, sometimes we're reading one another, sometimes we're reading the room. Quite literally, we're just feeling into this space. But what we're reading ultimately is the moment. And reading is a sort of witnessing. The first step, perhaps, of reading is to witness. You look. After that, everything's left open for interpretation, and we can ascribe the symbols that we're so familiar with to derive meaning, or we can let meaning be a mystery. But I invite you today into the reader's seat, my friend. Read me. Read this transmission. Read what's around you. The sights, if you can see, the smells, if you can smell, the sounds, if you can hear, whatever senses you got, throw them down. Or pick them up, perhaps. And feel. Feel into it. As I sit here and shift my awareness to this space, center of the chest, I read lightness, spaciousness. And it isn't always this way, my sweet friend. I don't move my awareness to this space and then project attributes onto this space. Rather, I witness what's there. And I promise you, with every ounce of realness in this form, in this mind, and in this heart, that there are times when what's here is agony. It is not a picnic. It's grief. It's anger. It's confusion. It's overwhelm. It's loneliness. It's darkness. It's weight. That happens. But when we develop a practice of revisiting this space and being with it unconditionally, not seeking to change, eliminate, uplift, transmute, but just be, those dark parts relent. They run to the light. It turns out that they just want to be seen. But there's no rushing in that. There's no hurrying in that. There's no agenda in that. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Still, I read this space every day, multiple times a day. What I've learned over time with practice is that reading this space, witnessing it, simply results in a lightness. You can't help it, you see. Because once you've turned all the pages and you've witnessed everything that's there, that book can evaporate into light. It's been seen, it's been known. So we just show up and know it, whether it's a good day or a bad day. And ultimately we get out of the practice of calling it good day, bad day. It's just a day. And what we find in that space is a journey into the unknown every time. And I'm going to get personal with you right here, beautiful soul. I'm going to get Percy. That's short for personal. I like to abbreviate words. If you don't know it yet, dearie, you know it now. With the experience of shifting awareness outside of the mind, so much becomes known. A fair amount of that is transmittable knowledge. As we do here in the house, we transmit live from the source, whatever wants to come through, whatever's relevant. But it applies to the daily life too. There's an element of knowing about what we call the self, the origins of the self, the trauma, the gifts, the path, the destiny. And that's one of the gifts and one of the so-called superpowers that comes with regular meditation, available for anyone and everyone. That does not, however, create a full-time elimination of pain and suffering. Damn it. Fuck. Ooh. Is that allowed? That's allowed. Yeah. We're allowing it. I'm not sure how YouTube feels about it, but that it is. So meditation practice, to frame it as an escape from suffering, there are elements of truth to it, but it's to do a disservice. A meditation practice, which is gaining familiarity with your awareness, your true identity as awareness, and then shifting that awareness to various realms. They could be external, they can be internal, they can be heart, form, mind. The total experience of it is unlike any drug, any habit, any escape that I've ever known. It also deepens the experience of the moment. And in a way, largely shuts down, diminishes, and perhaps eventually eliminates the need for an escape from the present moment. And therein lies bliss, and therein lies peace. But bliss and peace don't always simply eliminate confusion, frustration, anger, loneliness, etc., etc. So what's coming through here and now is that perhaps we don't deify or glorify our practice as some sort of cure-all, fix-all panacea. Particularly since, in Spirit's perspective, there's nothing to be cured or fixed. Meditation isn't a solution for a problem. Meditation is just a remembrance of the truth. Does that mean we stop meditating, beautiful soul? Well, that's up to sweet, sweet you. That's completely up to sweet, sweet you. Should we do it? Should we dive in real quick? Should we get present as all hell? You know, to put it in that classy fashion. Let's do it, that classy fassy. Let's shorten some words and get speechless, you and me. If you're willing, check out the room. I want to dive into your space with you, beautiful soul. Let's go. Check out the space where you are. Can we make it slightly more conducive to getting grounded in this present moment? Is there a way? TV, is it on in the background? Can we just... Ambient music, do we got some firing off? Can we just... An open door. Is it possible to just... Close it? Yeah, the sound effects are free of charge. Do it now, beautiful soul. Summon assistance if needed. Do the itty bitty little step that will make your space this much more conducive to getting into this moment. And that may mean not changing a thing. It's up to you. Let your patterns decide. Don't delay your impulse with needless thinking. And don't judge your impulse either. Just witness it. Perfect. Now, get cozy. My beloved meditation teacher, David G., says, comfort is queen. I, the little reader, like comfort is divine. Either way, we're working with two very rarefied and elite archetypes. So, in other words, get comfy. No upright, stiff, cross-legged required unless it is comfy. Yeah, you heard it here first. You can lay flat on your back in Shavasana if you desire. Corpse pose. If that means nothing to you, that's okay. Get comfy. My only request is that the position you select will not imminently lead to sleep. If it does lead to sleep, then we know that your mission is to sleep first, meditate upon awakening. And now that you're cozy, beautiful soul, I'm going to pull my microphone up and lean down so that I can be voice dominant. And we're going to flutter your beautiful eyes closed, if they're seeing eyes, like butterflies. Now track with me here, beautiful soul. Hang on to my voice like it's your anchor in the void. I've got you. Start by breathing in deeply through your nose if it's not congested, and if that's doable. In through the nose in 3, 2, 1. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Perfect. Continue. Now, as you breathe in deeply, keep it going. Ride that breath with your awareness. Witness it enter your body. Witness it exit your body. And if you get carried out with the breath, follow that path. We're witnessing your breath as if it's for the first time ever, beautiful soul. You just learned to breathe. And we can feel as it enters through your nasal passageways, it move through the flesh inside your nostrils, through the back of your throat, down through the windpipe, into the lungs. We're with it, we're tracking. And as you exhale, we're following it out, same path. Feeling it from the inside and then watching it emerge back into space. It's novel. It's worth our awareness. Let's watch it. And now we're going to freeze frame at some point along the path, my friend. The path is inside of your body. Pick a point in the nostrils, in the back of the throat, in the chest. Pick a point, and from this select vantage point, You're going to watch your breath whiz by. It'll whiz in, and then it'll whiz out. And we're going to stick to that and witness it whiz. Now we're on the move again, beautiful soul. This time we're traveling straight to the center of your chest. My favorite destination, personally. So I'm going to grab my right hand and place my palm over the space. I invite you to do the same. And push that hand ever so gently over your chest. Continuing to breathe, feeling the chest rise, feeling the chest fall, and with the palm of your hand pushing against that chest, always meeting it there. And your awareness, where does it go now? We're zooming it under the touch of your palm, under the skin of your chest, under the ribs of your rib cage, under the muscle, under the fascia. Right into the lungs. And we feel them fill like balloons. And then exhale and shrivel and then fill. And then shrink. And we feel it from the inside. Perceiving any and all sensations right here. And then we let our awareness merge from two lungs into one meeting place. A meeting place just between them, direct center of the chest, right under your hand. And we're feeling the real estate, as if your heart organ was square in the center of your chest. And now we're feeling that space. And we're breathing into that space. As if there were some mysterious organ there. But one more subtle than flesh, more subtle than cells. Perceive it, beautiful soul. Feel it. And breathe into it as if your lungs have merged into one superpower right there. Feel it. And now open your perception up beyond the physical. Be open to the witnessing of light, of color, of emotion. Be open to the witnessing of infinity. Concentrate on the witnessing of infinity. Get very still now, beautiful soul. And witness carefully. Allow your form to release. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your breath to be gentle. And with your awareness, lean in just a little bit further. A little bit more loving. A little bit more curious to the contents of your heart. When you're ready, beautiful soul, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Follow it with another deep breath in. Let it go. And take your precious hand, if it was over your heart, and set it down somewhere nearby. Letting your breathing regulate itself. And letting your awareness effortlessly diffuse across your body, re-inhabiting the totality of your form, surging back into your mind with a new, refreshed perspective. And when the moment is right, and not a second before, let those glorious eyes of yours, if you got them, flutter open like a butterfly's wings. I'm not done yet, my sweet friend. Never. Take a look around your space. Where you find yourself in the miracle of it. These objects, pets, people that have found their way into your space, into your stewardship, into your world. Look at them. And perhaps you'll feel grace, and perhaps you'll feel gratitude, and perhaps you'll feel love. Perhaps you'll have a realization, a moment of truth. And perhaps all will be as it was before we began. Perfect. No matter what. Thank you so much, beautiful soul, for gracing me with you. You found your way into my space. Not the former social media platform, but my space. And I could not be more grateful. I could not. If I were, I'd be dead. I guess. I wouldn't be this. I'm sending you all of the love I've got. It's always more. It's never less, beautiful soul, because you are so very worthy of it. If you can't get enough of the little reader, feel free to join me on Patreon down below. That's where a lot of stuff like this is beginning to happen more and more. Or shoot me an email if you want to have a chat. At this present time of recording, I'm also working with beautiful souls one-on-one. Whatever floateth your boat is, dearie.